Hello and welcome to this edition of Diaspora Central. I am Gil Ingles and with me today in the studio, yes, ladies and gentlemen, right here in person to represent this man, one of the individuals that comes from the only kingdom in Angola that has the man with the most children in the world. This is no joke. Okay, this is no joke. This is real stuff. And this man, of course, rings and raises and carries and wears a crown on his head. He goes by the name of Dannax, a multi-instrumentalist, producer, singer, songwriter. Dannax is in the building. Dannax.
Kota Gil, how's it going? Thanks for having me. I like this space. I like this vibe, this energy.
Yeah?
Yep, I like this. I really like this.
You like this?
Last time we had a conversation was way different. I like
right.
this.
You like
yeah.
this?
Yeah,
and,
I love it.
I appreciate
I love
you
it.
always making sure that you come through, brother, because this is what we do. I do this for you guys because, in all honesty, you guys make me do things like this, man. And I think that it is necessary because if we don't do it for ourselves, who will?
Yes.
Exactly.
Right.
Thank you.
And that's what we're here for. We're here to really raise the bar. We're here to attempt to elevate the bar. We're here to ensure that we making and teaching and promoting culture, heritage. Because after all, without awareness, we got nothing.
It's true.
It's true.
Absolutely.
True statement.
Right. The way we are, the way we live, the way we act, sometimes even the way we don't act.
True.
Right? Cannot be understood if we don't make people aware of our culture.
We have to address that.
Background, right? So being aware of our cultural background is very important, and making sure that we make people aware of our culture and our heritage is definitely very important. So today we're going to have a very good conversation here in this space. And with you, I know that you have another person. You have Mr. Orlando
Yes, sir.
Monteiro.
Orlando Monteiro.
Yeah. Mr. Dukars himself is in the building.
We can say that, Mr. Gil. Thank you so much for having me.
Got me the sponsorship. Man got me the sponsorship check, so I'm flexing right now. We happy around here, boy.
I got you, Mr. Gil.
When you're doing big things, that's how you do it, right?
Yes, sir.
Indeed, yes, sir. Now, man, I'm glad to have both of you guys here.
Yeah. A whole lot has changed.
Yeah.
Since last time we sat down. Kota.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But I like the change. I'm seeing you a lot brighter than you were back then.
There was tough times back then, really tough times. But you know, when you reach the bottom, the only way is the way up. Yeah. You can only go up once you reach the bottom.
That's it. And sometimes you need to have your feet on the bottom to understand and to kind of get your legs conditioned to that. And you have to, even a couple of tries that fail, it's okay because you get your muscles ready for the next bigger jump that will actually get you out of the bottom of that barrel.
True.
Right? Yeah.
True.
No, but I'm glad to see you on this space right now, man. You're looking great.
Thank you, Kota.
You're looking creative. I tell you what, I knew that you were good. You know why?
Nah.
Because when I hit you up and you responded me, your response told me to say,
you know I'm watching you.
This dude is ready.
I'm watching you, Kota.
He's paying attention to me right now. Because the last time I kind of had to work you a little bit. I had to catch you on the street to drag you in, right?
Yeah.
I had to do one of those Flintstones, man. I had to grab him, like hit him upside his head, drag him into the studio, wake him up. And then after he woke up in the studio, gave me the interview. I'm kidding. People gonna think this way.
It was, I believe, what was it? Birthday lunch or something like that.
Yeah, it was. No, it was it. Was it? No. Was it a? No, it was not a birthday. I think it was when we were. Was the last event? I think for the general council.
Yeah. Was it when she was leaving?
Yes.
I showed up late. I wasn't gonna show up because I was late, but then I was like, let me just go. I caught a guy over there. He say, I need to do an interview. I said, you know what? The party's already over. Let me just go with you, and we shot the interview then.
Yeah, and we did, and it was a very good interview, man.
I liked
it. Very
it.
good thing. Yeah,
I liked it.
It's one of those because I'll be very honest with you. What amazes me about you, man, is the fact that you I feel like I seen you on the come up, man.
Yeah.
It's like, it's almost like I kind of watched, like, even when he's telling his story, I kind of like can visualize like him right at that age. Because, man, I know you now for like almost, what, 15 years, 10 years?
10 years.
Yeah.
Safe to say 10 years.
10
Yeah.
years,
Since,
yeah.
yes. Wow. Since I came here.
Yeah.
Yeah. 10 years.
So,
Yeah.
and you were a kid then,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I was 18.
A real kid. It's like, dude. So,
Indeed, I was 18.
And today you this man, you this multi-instrumentalist. At that point, you were just trying to be a musician.
Yeah.
Now you're a musician.
Yeah.
You're a producer.
Yes, consistency. Yeah, consistency really made me official.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. I really didn't think this is gonna happen, but
Nah,
consistency made me official.
You know what though?
Nah.
Most of us don't know that. That's the reason why a lot of times we give up.
Mm.
Because when we start, we think that, oh man, let me give it a try. No, don't give it a try. Just do it.
Just do it. Yeah, just do it.
Just do it. Just keep on doing it, man. Eventually, that top is gonna have to open up and say, you know what? Hey, here's the sunshine, and you gotta live.
Yeah.
And a lot of times also when that sunshine comes, it comes in so bright that we get scared.
True.
Yeah.
True.
As soon as we bust that top and we look, oh my God, this is so bright. Now we're looking for a place to hide.
Yeah.
Too late, man. Can't hide. So that's when things can sometimes go
gotta go
awry. So
get it.
you just gotta make yourself ready, conditioned to confront that.
Funny that you said that, Kot. The one of the very first events that I saw, that had your hands on it. I didn't know who was it, but I was like, this guy is really moving things out here.
Yeah.
I got scared of the light that you were talking about because I got exposed to a level of access.
Right.
Man, I had no background on the business side of this.
Right.
I didn't know managers existed, lawyers and whatnot.
Right.
Last thing I knew, I was performing on the same stage as one of our biggest artists from back home, Anselmo, right? And after that, that's when I got pulled to do an interview on the spot, and then I have this person asking me for my number and that person for my information.
Right.
I didn't know that's how like things really start happening, so I kind of shut it down that year. Yeah, I had to push myself back. I was like, yo,
You got scared.
I got scared because
Got shook.
it's something that I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
So that's how people kind of lose track of what.
You can get shook.
Yeah.
Fame will get you shook. And what's worse about it is the fact that fame comes way before money comes.
Yeah.
So as soon as real fame hits, legitimacy when it hits, it's scary.
It's scary.
Yeah, because
scared
now
me for
everybody
sure.
expecting you to be this guy who's carrying the big bag, right?
Yeah.
And you're looking at your bag, you're like, yo, I don't know what bag you're looking at because this bag is not here.
It's empty.
But your heat is on,
Yeah.
right? You the biggest.
You're already
Yeah,
there.
you- I
Maybe your
mean-
goal was here now.
You way
above your goal.
yeah.
and your money catching up because it's not there yet. But you're looking at your money, and now you start basically looking at the inconsistencies that you have, and you start kind of questioning yourself. You know, am I really this guy that these people say that
Saying
we
that
are?
I am,
Because,
yeah.
because at that point in time, trust you me, most of us that know and understand talent. We know talent when we see talent. I'm going to tell you right now. And I'm not afraid of saying this, and I can say this in this program. There are 2 kids in this city that impressed me with their talent. And in all honesty, I will bank on them. No questions about it. One of them is you. The other one is Dilas,
Yeah.
the guitar player.
Dilas el mejor.
I'm going to tell you right now. And listen, there's a it factor that comes with this industry that you cannot make up, you cannot teach, you can't. No, either you have it or you don't.
Or you don't. It's natural.
Yeah, it's natural. It's kind of like being a businessman. Right? It's like my man Orlando got here. He said, "Yo, I got you." You know, you're talking. This is a businessman. The level of confidence, and you can tell you know, and the pride on what he does and how he does. You see, the man comes in ready to represent. Look. All that writing spot branding. Yeah. You hit the stage that first time, and I'm looking at this kid, and I'm making this conversation circle around to where he started.
Yeah.
The show that he's talking about. This guy is on stage with Anselmo Ralph, and Anselmo and I were both backstage, and a lot of people don't know this. Anselmo and I go back before Anselmo Ralph was actually Anselmo Ralph, the star, right? So he's first, album. As a matter of fact, we have a focus on the album recorded that never got released.
Never got released.
Only a few songs of that album actually got put on his first album, which were a couple of the R&B songs. But this is way after. At this point, Anselmo is already this big superstar. The guy who's got phones and
that's 2016,
colognes, right?
2014,
right? The guy's got colognes and all this. We're both backstage. We looked at each other, right? Anselmo and I, we looked at each other. We looked at him and then we looked at each other and we both said exactly the same thing. It was so funny, man. We were like, yo.
This kid.
This kid thinks he's Ryan Leslie.
I was raw just on stage. I was on my bag.
Yeah.
I was like, Anselmo's in this car. I gotta come correct. Yeah, because he's the main star.
And you did.
So I said, I'm gonna wear all white.
Yeah.
I want my background to be blue. I want to look like an angel on stage. Nobody's expecting the piano. Once, I just know once I get started, it's gonna go.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, what actually blew everybody's mind, it was actually your confidence.
That's from Kuduro right there. Kuduro
Confidence, because I'm gonna tell you right now, sometimes you can get all that production and whatever else you want in there, until your confidence is the confidence of you being the person that you see
yourself being.
Yeah. Doesn't happen, man. Yeah. That day, you were that person.
I was definitely on my back that day.
You were that person.
I rehearsed, I practiced, I made sure I was prepared.
Yeah.
I just did not know. I prepared myself so much. I didn't know that it was gonna get to that point. When it was a moment right at the end. I was leaving the interview with this TV show from back home, right?
Right.
From Angola.
Yeah, all the Angolan television stations were here, and it was big.
Yeah. So I finished this interview, and remind you that the past 10 minutes I was just on stage, shaking hands with somebody I admire and whatnot, getting to know this person, that person, that person. Then I'll go do the interview. While everything is happening,
right.
I don't have family, friends,
right.
The people that went there with me to help me and whatnot. And it scared me because I really forgot about those people for like 5 minutes.
There you go.
I really kind of got away from my reality.
Right.
And once I got back to it, I was like, this is scary.
Right.
Because if I have to leave this and hop on a plane, then go another show, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. So it shook me, so I had to step back. It was scary.
That might just become your routine.
My routine.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I'm a little bit more ready because I'm in touch with what matters.
Indeed.
Yeah. I'm gonna say 20, turning 21 that year. I'm 28 now. So there are some things I've learned already.
You're a grown man.
Yeah. That's a bold statement.
Yeah, you see the sarcasm on my voice, but you're a grown man. Yeah. It gets better though. Guess what? Even those scary moments, man, they still get better. But you know what? The ability to be able, the ability to manage those scary moments, to actually even know that you need to pull yourself back, that normally comes from the upbringing that we actually get from the time we are very little. So let's go ahead and take a quick break, and when we come back, let's go ahead and start talking about your upbringing, man, the place where you were born, tribe,
community.
Yeah, and we're gonna be right back right here into Diaspora Central with Gil Ingles. Today, the spotlight is on Dannax from Houston, Texas.
Now you wanna say bye, take me off your mind. It's not the first time, it's been a long ride. Girl, I will survive anything that you try. No cap, no lie, you know how I ride. I just be too focused on my vision of becoming a rich man. It's coming to fruition. Don't need you now on my end. Can you please just listen? We don't match ambition. I'm not in your mission. Ay. I wanna ride solo, solo.
And we are back. If you have just joined us, you are now tuned into Diaspora Central with Gil Ingles. And today the spotlight is on Dannax, a multi-instrumentalist, producer, singer, songwriter, and of course, the Prinz.
Don't forget about the Prinz.
He likes that. He likes that.
Yo, it's because a lot of people don't know. When you are Prinz, and you can't deny that,
Yeah,
right? Let's talk a little bit about that crown.
Yeah.
it's growing.
Okay.
The crown got heavier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got heavier.
So what you do? Take it off, put it to the side, or
Nah.
Yeah. what you doing?
I'm learning how to balance my neck, so
how
it
to
doesn't.
manage the
Yeah,
crown.
it doesn't fall. Cause a whole lot more responsibilities just added to the list.
Right.
But most importantly, I can see things in a much more clear way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're
yeah.
getting a better perspective.
Yeah, clarity. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to pray for material things, but my mom, she told me you should start asking God for like qualities. For instance, patience. Yeah. Wisdom, so you can understand the signs that He will send to you, and that's what I've been doing since. I'm gonna say since last time we sat down and we actually talked.
Right.
Yeah, I've been doing that, so it's
Yeah.
it's working out. Yeah, it's been working out.
There's nothing better than mental clarity,
Yeah,
sanity, and peacefulness of your soul. Nothing better than that.
That's luxury right there. What you just said, those three,
Yes, sir.
those are luxury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even then, the physical health and everything else starts to come back as a ramification of that. The good spirit just
It just comes, yeah. It
exalts
comes, yeah.
all. I mean, it just exalts all of that, man. You become someone different. It's like you start giving people things that they're not used to receiving, and they think you weird.
Yeah.
They'll think you strange. Someone comes to you and says, "Man, I need $100," and you give him 200, and they'll be like, "What the heck is wrong with this guy? Why are you giving me 200? Asking
200,
for
yeah.
100? Like, why are you giving me $200?" Yeah, something's wrong with him. Something strange,
Yeah.
right?
that person is just in peace with him.
Yeah.
Him or himself.
You at a
Like,
level. You at a level that they don't even understand.
Yeah,
They come to your house. They ask for the couch. You give them the bed, and you leave. And then they wonder
How and why?
how and why. Why allowing me such access to his things?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
So at that point in time, they just don't understand that you're actually at a different level.
Level
You
of-
know
yeah.
what matters, because what most people don't know, none of the material things that we own will be taken with us.
Us, yeah.
that's borrowed.
And people
Yeah.
will never remember the material things that they receive. Right now, if you were to ask anyone that has ever given you the greatest gift ever, how much of it they have given you, you will not remember.
True.
But you will remember how you felt and
At
the
the
way they
moment,
treated
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because I can give you $1 million right now, slap you right after that. You're going to forget the $1 million. You're going to remember
The slap.
Because you're going to remember that slap made you feel bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and when I say slap, it doesn't necessarily even need to
Physical,
be
yeah,
physical.
physical,
It
yeah.
can just be a
Yeah.
verbal, right?
Yeah.
Abuse. And
Abuse.
that would automatically mess up the whole thing.
The whole,
whole
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your mother is a very wise woman
Yeah.
for telling you,
Yeah.
giving you that much wisdom. But you know what? That's the kind of wisdom that we're supposed to get from our parents.
Yeah.
So what's mama's name?
Carla Cassute. I'm out
Carla
here
Cassute.
rolling my R's when I'm saying Portuguese words. Yeah, Carla Cassute.
Carla Cassute.
That's my soul right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. My parents, my soul.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
family, yeah.
And what's dad's name?
José Cassute.
José
Yeah.
Cassute.
That's my king right there.
He made you a
Yes,
prince.
sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Parents are everything.
Yeah.
We owe everything to them.
Indeed.
Yeah, we got a last name to
Yeah.
maintain.
We have
And
to
that's
push.
a lot of responsibility.
A lot.
Yeah.
Right?
The
'Cause,
ones that we're feeling right now, the weight.
Mm-hmm.
We're feeling the weight of having to push the last name and kind of, break a few barriers and
Right.
just get it to a whole different level.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully the following generation understand which will be our kids, and
Right.
we start a new society. We really want to start a new society.
And that's the way it goes. You know what that's called?
No,
Legacy.
okay.
Yeah, you create a
yeah.
legacy.
That's legacy. See,
We are really trying to
Yeah.
start a new society.
that's legacy. See, it's no longer about the V12s. No, it's about generational wealth, the
Exactly.
wisdom. Right?
Yeah.
So right now, in order to build that, our main purpose needs to be the acquisition of what we call generational wealth.
Well, yeah.
And wisdom is part of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
We're seeking information more.
Wisdom, which comes with info. Info is
Information.
then
Yeah.
comes knowledge, then wisdom.
right.
That's what we were lacking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and a lot of, I say, teenagers
Mhm.
and not just teenagers, young people as like going through
Yeah.
30, we're
Right.
still lacking
Yeah. Well,
information.
sometimes even older people
Yeah.
like it. Yeah. And when I say that with a lot of respect to even for the older generation of especially Africans, because we have to, especially, and I will speak specifically to Angola since we all
Since we all
Angolans here.
Angolans, yeah.
Angola is a country that had a very brutal past. Colonialism affected that country very deeply, and it hurt that country to its roots.
To the core.
Yeah, really
Yeah.
the core.
Yeah.
It got to the roots, like there was this much of the roots left.
yeah,
So our parents, grandparents, for the ones that had morals, they went through a stage in which they even felt like their morals were not good because they were not being validated.
Mm-hmm.
So somehow, no knowledge of legacy.
yeah.
Their main survival was the now.
They didn't care about tomorrow.
And we can
Didn't-
feel that now.
Yeah.
we can feel it.
That's
Now we're having a hard time
big.
getting out.
Adjustment. Yeah.
Reaching that. And that's
Yep.
the bigger duty that my generation and your generation
Exactly.
have,
Yeah.
is to actually reverse that.
It's hard to change people with this kind
These
of
are the
mentality.
habits.
Right.
We're trying to break those habits.
Switching that
Yeah,
mindset.
the mindset.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, changing the narrative.
Yeah.
Start talking about real legacy, wisdom. Yeah. So, Cassute,
Yes, sir.
man, let's go into place of birth.
Benguela. Benguela, Benguela.
Benguela,
Yeah.
ela. What's the name of the song?
Not a saying? Not a saying. That's a song. That's
We
a
should-
song. That song sparked conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially between some female friends.
Yeah.
They're like, what is it about your city that
Right.
it's gonna make a woman perfect? Say,
Yeah.
you gotta go there.
There
you
you
have to
go.
go there. Yeah,
You gotta make sure that you represent.
yeah.
And it's gotta be Benguela.
It has to. It has to.
If it's not from Benguela, no ela.
In my case, in my case, in my case, it could be.
I'm gonna take you to Cabinda, see if you
Yeah.
change your
Cabinda,
mind.
right? There you go.
I'm a-
Is that where you're from,
Yeah, I'm
Orlando?
from Cabinda. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Fully represented.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah. The North Tip. So right here we're looking at Benguela. You from Benguela, but your parents are not from Benguela.
My mother is from Lubito, Benguela, and my father is from Namib.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Namib. So we're looking at Cabinda, North,
North.
Namib, South.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So Benguela right in the middle.
yeah. Benguela is right in the middle.
West coast of Angola, fully
Yeah.
represented.
Yeah,
Ooh-wee. This building is
yeah. we got the West Coast on lock.
son. I'm so glad I'm from right the middle of the country. Ain't nobody can mess with me, man. Y'all can't go from point to point without coming
Yeah,
through
without-
me. I'm the
yeah,
hub. I'm
yeah.
the hub.
Yeah,
I'm the hub. Yeah. But Namib is one of my favorite
yeah.
places.
Yeah, you've showed your love for Namib, and
dude.
being half from Namib, we appreciate you.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you, man, I never even been there before.
Yeah, you will love it.
Yeah.
You will love it.
And if I do go to live in Angola, I will live in Namibia. That is done.
I think we just might become neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now you talking Cabinda, I may have to go check out Cabinda.
Oh yeah.
I've been to Cabinda before though. I've been to
Yeah?
Cabinda. Yeah, I've been to Cabinda.
I have not. I wanna go
when
so
when
bad.
I went to Cabinda because one time I went to Ponte Negra.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanna go so
Did you-
bad.
Did
yeah.
you drive Cabinda to Ponte Negra?
No, we went by water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we went by water.
Wow.
Yeah, went by water.
I want those vibes, man. I
Yeah.
can't. Yeah, I can't wait. I really want. Yeah, I can't wait. I wanna go there.
Yeah,
I want to go to as many provinces in Angola that I can. Like
and that's my plan, man. You know,
as
you know
many
that,
as I can.
yeah, you know that every time I go, I drive from one point to another, because when I left, I was little and we couldn't drive during those days because there was still a war in place. So when I go back now, one of my greatest pleasures is the ability to drive from one city to another, and actually take a look at all the scenery, right?
We have so many beautiful things along the way.
Yeah.
In Angola, like,
Yeah, it's a beautiful country,
It
man.
is.
It's a beautiful country.
It
yeah.
is.
But let's take another quick break,
problem,
and we'll be
sir.
back in a few minutes. And if you just joined us, you are now checking out, or you tuned into Diaspora Central with Gil Ingles. And on the spotlight today is Dannax, the multi-instrumentalist right here in Houston, Texas.
Também é a mente, não é só sexo, é inteligente, não me complica, ela me atura, é feita à medida da minha escultura, miúda educada, orientada, muito focada e religiosa. Sabe de tudo, só quer saber de estudos. Muito formada e bué gostosa. Me chama de papi, she knows that I like it. Não gosta de Gucci e nem de Versace. Lhe dou uma Armani, ela diz sai daqui, porque essas coisas não lhe atraem. Ela cheira bem, veste bem, fala bem, estuda bem, não é ninguém. Se fosse de bem, ela seria nota 100. Cuida bem, me faz bem, e como ela não é ninguém. Se fosse de bem, ela seria nota 100. Seria nota 100.
And we are back. If you just joined us, you now tuned into Diaspora Central with Gil Ingles. And with me in the studio today is the multi-instrumentalist, music producer, singer, and songwriter Dannax, and also our friend Orlando.
Yes, sir.
Monteiro. Let's go. Cabinda and Amibe and Benguela and Wambu and Bien, Cabinda Kunene.
Yeah.
Everything.
We are
Angola
here.
is in the building.
Yeah. We are here. We are here.
Fully and well represented.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about Angola here in the diaspora.
Okay.
Well, what's your feel on how we represent it in the diaspora? What is it that we can do more as Angolans to probably have a better foot in the representation of the country in the diaspora?
Well, initially, I'm from that wave of students that came and with the purpose of finishing school and go back, represent.
Yeah.
But we got stuck in this.
Excuse me.
It's funny to say, but
Yeah.
the way our country
Life.
the way our country back there was turning into, and then with the strike that came, economic strike,
Right.
we had to make a decision, either go back or staying.
Okay.
And we started hearing from even our parents, hey, if you can, stay there.
Right.
That's strong.
So basically, and that's what I call life. You
Yeah.
basically in search of, I guess, a better life, a better way of life, right?
So personally, I would say that we're in a stage of adjustment.
Right.
Adjustment here in
the States.
in the diaspora is the name of your broadcast.
Right.
and it's not easy.
Yeah, indeed.
It's not easy.
Right.
But in my mind, it's not supposed to be easy.
It's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, when I think easy comes, easy goes.
Because you don't respect
Exactly.
right? You don't respect easy and that was part of the conversation that we were previously having when that generation before us that has gotten messed up.
Yes.
They got messed up because a lot of them knew that one, they didn't have the qualifications, two, didn't have what it took to get what they got.
Yes.
But they got it. Would they respect it? No.
No.
No, yeah.
But gladly we have few people who actually, and I would love to use you as an example. What you're doing here is something.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll bring back information. That
Thank you.
same wave of students that came, some went back. We're lacking a lot of information that now we had to go after, and now we got it, and now we're trying to put into action.
Yeah.
We see friends that are actually making something happen, and the other ones that they just, as we say, chilling.
Right.
So it's easy to see who is determined to actually go somewhere and represent the country we're from outside.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I think I'll use your question as a segue to give you a thank you note. What we actually need more is mentalities, and I would say visions like yours. And when I say visions like yours, to me, it doesn't matter where the vision came from as long as it's going to benefit everyone.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you.
So we are not back home.
Right.
We are in the diaspora, and the lack of union makes things a little bit hard.
Right.
And due to bad habits that previous generations had, our generation was suffering because we were apart from each other.
Right.
So when I was saying that we are trying to create a new society, it's basically saying that we want to reform
Right.
our mindset. We need a more positive and not only a united type of mindset. We need to look out for each other because I have references from other I would say nationalities, if I can say
Communities.
so. Yeah, exactly. I see a lot of people from other countries, whether they are in Africa or in any other continent, right? They are a little bit more united than us, and the thing that I found out that it kind of allows them to do that is that they don't really care about what the next person has
Indeed.
as far as material things.
yes.
And we grew up in a society. When I say we, I say people from my generation.
Right.
We grew up seeing the results of lack of hard work
Right.
because some people were, taking the easy route.
Right.
Yeah. We
Easy
gotta,
came. Easy
yeah,
came.
we gotta be politically correct.
Yeah.
Some people chose the easy route, and that easy route was benefiting some
Right.
and really leaving the
Others.
rest behind. So
Yeah.
we are coming from behind, but we are putting our hands together, and we're just moving forward. And we really, really are on a mission.
Right.
And information is one of the things that we're lacking. Thank God we have not only you, but we have other people that wants to see us way ahead, and they're sharing the information. So
Yeah.
again, thank you for you being one of the solutions of the problems we have nowadays. Is the elders.
one.
A few elders take their time just to have a open dialogue or conversation with us, just like you're doing right now.
No, and that's that to me that is important because we cannot build first a community, second a society or a place where we can actually coexist if we don't have this level of dialogue. Because I've always told the reason why I've always told people the reason why the diaspora has always gotten messed up was because there were a lot of bad influencers coming from abroad, messing it up, and then going on back and leaving
that
the broken
bad legacy.
the broken
behind,
pieces to the ones who are left to pick up.
Yeah.
I'm glad that today your generation also has actually been able to survive first the difficulties that came after a lot of, I mean, this community had a big shutter, for lack of better words.
Yeah.
Our community had a big shutter in the last 4 years. I would say it broke this community to the core.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But eventually we now have to put this community together, and we still have to remember that we represent one thing that is beyond us,
Yes.
which is the country where we actually from. We represent a culture, a heritage.
Yes.
And the solution for many is, oh man, I no longer care about that. Forget Angola, forget this, forget that. Because in their minds, they feel that, well, that was only important when they
Everything
were getting,
was good.
Yeah, when they were getting, they were in the getting.
Yeah.
Now that they gotta be on the mining to get or working to get,
Yep.
the game changes.
All of a sudden,
Yeah.
the country is no longer
Yeah.
good.
And that is wrong.
Yeah.
Because we still represent that, and it is important that we represent that, because that makes us actually
Well, we
members, and members of the diaspora. Because for you to be a member of the diaspora, you have to have a place that you are from,
Yes.
True.
and we represent that all day. I've had people sometimes come up to me, well, I don't understand, why is it that you're so clinged to it? You don't have to, man. You are an American. You've been here. You grew up here. Why you even so? And I've always told them, take all of this away.
Who are you?
Yeah. Who am
Who am
I?
I?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Right?
Yeah.
That's
am I?
true.
Take all of this away. And that's what we need to remember.
That's true.
And I do the one thing that your mother told you to do. I pray for those qualities daily.
Yeah.
True. I think that's if I may add a quick reflection.
So,
It's easy to get influenced by what was left, what you was talking about, but for individual who is conservative about values and qualities that you
Right.
pray for, that his mother told him, you won't get influenced like that, and
yeah,
because you already know what I'm here for.
exactly.
You already know
Purpose.
what I'm here for, purpose. And I gotta go back to the last name. Family is everything, and
Yeah.
Yep.
we have a big ship in
Legacy, my friend.
in our back.
Yeah, legacy.
And I think the concept of Angola's getting together, it's only for, we call it chilu, party, drinking and stuff. Gotta change. That's why he was saying,
Yeah.
we gotta be able to, when we sit down,
Yeah.
okay, I know about this, you know about this, information on the table, so we can.
Yeah. Exchange of information.
Yeah, that's why some people just be,
Yeah.
they when they hear, oh, it's Angolan thing, cool. Oh, they're gonna be talking about some people's life, like back home. No,
Gossip.
yeah, we're looking for, are we gonna survive in this jungle right
We
here?
have changed. We have changed that. We are no longer gossiping. We are exchanging and sharing information.
Right.
We are no longer complaining. We are finding ways and solutions for our
Exactly.
problems.
We have
Solutions.
examples. Just look at Latino, Chinese, Nigerians. They're
Right.
owning business. They
Doing-
opening things.
Doing things.
And
Why can we do it?
and most important, because now we understand the weight of our last name, we are taking responsibility of
Yeah.
our mistakes,
Legacy.
learning with our faults,
Yeah.
and most definitely working hard.
Yeah.
We're
That's-
in a mission.
Yeah, that's
Nothing can stop.
exactly.
Nothing can stop
That-
us right now.
That's responsibility and ownership. Sense of ownership needs to always be the first thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times people forget. Until we own our own mistakes, we forgive ourselves. And then we forgive the others who have done something wrong unto us. We can't move forward. So the first step in the entire process is forgiving ourselves. Okay? We got to forgive ourselves by saying that, you know what? Even though I knew better, I didn't quite know that it was going to end up here. So forgive myself for
Yes.
having made this.
Yeah.
I screwed up. Own.
Yeah, you gotta
Learn
take
from it.
responsibility. Yeah.
Take that
Yeah,
responsibility.
take that.
And
That's
then-
hard.
That's hard to do.
That's really hard.
Because if you're able to do that, whoever judges you or point the finger, you're already cool with yourself.
Yeah.
You already redeemed
Yeah.
yourself.
You're done.
Yeah.
You
You know,
beyond.
you take it as okay, cool.
Oh man, they calling you weird and you smiling.
That's
I
a
know.
compliment.
Like what you said, what you
It's a
telling me right
compliment.
now. You don't even understand where I am. It's like the where I'm living right now. You don't even know. You don't even understand. But one of the good things that is happening in this process is the following:
Yeah.
we're now creating a generation of doers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not just talkers.
Arregaçar as
Mangas,
mangas.
yeah.
eh?
Let's
Yeah.
work.
Mãos à obra.
Let's work.
We're doing things. We're looking for solutions. We're trying to create ways. Because at one point, hustle was just a tongue chick thing. People
Yeah.
just, so yeah, I'm hustling. Yeah, it was just all talk. Yeah, because a lot of them, they were just talking, right? They talking, they doing, because they knew they live in that conversation. They going to sleep, and by the time they wake
Yeah.
up, a few more digits will be showing on that account.
Yeah.
Now we have an actual need, and we're creating a community of doers, of individuals who actually are going in and are seeking ways of doing. How can I do this? So there's need for information. There's need for purpose. There's need
There's need.
to even learn
Yes.
how to save.
Yes.
That in itself used to be something that in our community, come on.
Yeah.
man. Versace used to be middle name to folks
Yeah.
around here.
A whole
Yes, sir.
lot
Huh?
of people. Yeah, to a whole lot of people.
Man, folks went from Capuca to Cristal and,
Yeah.
and Black Spades like
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. What you're saying is really true.
Yeah.
It's really true.
And now we have individuals who actually, even because of that, they like, you know what? Man, I don't even need to ingest that much
Yeah.
alcohol anymore.
Yeah.
At
What's the
$25
purpose?
a weekend, wait a second, if I save 20, I put 5 on Bitcoin
Yeah.
or any kind of cryptocurrency, my chances of probably coming out on top are much higher
Yeah.
than would it be on me being wasted. the
Being
weekend.
wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were the times where we should have been investing
Yeah,
in our community,
Right.
in general. Like, but we chose to spend it and show off. So
well, because what happened back then? It
now
was,
the need is back. That's what you said.
Yeah, and well, not only that, also self-esteem.
Yes.
You gotta remember, a lot of the ones that really had a lot were coming from a position in which the actual self-esteem of accomplishment, their
And some
confidence
for
on
them.
self was non-existent.
Yes.
Because remember, I can give $1 million to someone who does not know how to generate $1 million. His first purpose is gonna have to show that person that told him before that he would never get $1 million, that look, now I
Now
got
I
$1
got
million.
it.
Yeah, trying to prove a point to someone.
Right. His purpose is not going to be, okay, how can we turn this $1
How
million
can I double
into
that?
2 and then into 10?
Yeah.
You give it to someone who actually knows and understands how to make $1 million. The first purpose is going to be, let's turn this into 2, there's 2 into 5,
Four,
into 4, this 4 into 8, this 8 into 16. And in the process of doing that, you're going to win the guy who had told you that you couldn't do that, because eventually you're going to hire him.
Yep.
Or he's going to be on your payroll. In other words, you're going to help him without having to humiliate him. But people had gotten into that humiliation mode. I mean, V12s used to reign.
You got stuck with the V12.
Son, man, come on, man. It used to be crazy. How in the world you going into a classroom where your car costs more than that teacher will make in his entire lifetime? And you
didn't work for it.
You didn't work for it. You don't speak the language properly, but yet
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
you showing up late for class. And you got a reason why you showing up late for class. I hung out last night.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Those are the habits we cutting off.
We gotta change that narrative.
Yeah.
And changing the narrative takes a lot of work. And one of the cool things that I'm glad to see is that you guys definitely on that path. You guys definitely on that route. Definitely doing things. I know that you got not only a new gig, doing music and you're doing it big.
Yeah.
Orlando, I see you doing it big, brother. You came in representing to the fullest. Come on, you got fully branding, my man. Yeah. Let's take another quick break,
Yes,
and when we
sir.
get back, let's talk about what we got going on right now. And
Yes,
we'll be right
sir.
back.
Se algum dia me perguntassem por que é que eu faço música, eu não teria uma resposta certa para dar. A música para mim não é um diário onde eu conto tudo aquilo que se passa comigo. A música para mim é uma das plataformas que encontrei para libertar os meus sentimentos. Absorvo tudo o que está ao meu redor e crio sons que naturalmente vêm na minha mente. Acredito que seja um dom de Deus, porque ela simplesmente flui em mim. Eu sou Dannax The Prinz, o filho do rei.
And we are back. If you just joined us, you are now tuned into Diaspora Central with Gil Ingles and my guests today, Dannax and Orlando.
Yes, sir.
Angola is in the building.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Man, changing the narrative,
Yes, sir.
adapting to the diaspora, changing our roles, going from student with maybe the plan of going back into now residents.
Yeah.
Members of the diaspora community who actually have to survive in the diaspora.
It's a full-time job.
Yeah.
It's a
No
full-time
break.
job because
It's
you adapt to new laws, rules. What was normal over there is not here. All that comes with a package, and
Yeah.
it's very scary at the beginning, but then usanga ngolano
Yeah.
memo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know we I think we are one of the few community who can adapt literally everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
We can do that.
We have resilience,
Yeah.
right? We have resilience. We one of the communities that probably migrates the least,
Yeah.
right? And we started very late.
Very late.
Very late.
Comparing
late.
to other nations, yeah,
Indeed.
very late.
Yeah, because I mean, it was not until 1961 that we really started to
Like go
Migrate, yeah.
places, yeah.
right. The first the first Angolans who actually came with the intent of going to school also and stay. And that's one thing that we need to go back and I want to look back to give you guys a little bit of knowledge.
Yes, sir.
Your generation is not the first generation that comes to go to school
Yes.
and eventually stays. The first generation that came to go to school and ended up staying was the generation of 1961. Okay, that generation entailed individuals that were about as old as the first president of Angola, Antonio Agostinho Neto, or maybe a generation below his generation, but they were individuals right around that time. They left Angola in 1960 or 1960 as young men,
Yeah.
running from PIDE, which was the Portuguese police that was trying at that point to
Suppress, yeah.
right,
Yeah, people.
the independence of Angola, and they come to the U.S. through an initiative that the Kennedys had to go to school. These are people who came from a lot of those missions, those religious missions that the Americans, for instance, had in Angola. So they brought these guys here to go to school with the purpose of going back. And then
But they changed.
eventually
yeah.
some of them ended up staying.
Wow.
Right. And then after that, the other generations that came in, they pretty much came in as refugees.
Yeah.
Until your generation actually comes in
Starts arriving.
and comes in again as students, and some of you guys end up having to stay
They stay, yeah.
in search of a better life. So, and this is to give you guys the understanding that, okay, the path that you're taking right now has been taken before.
Yes.
And there is a brighter light at the end of that tunnel.
Yes.
So the two things that you need to always keep in mind is the following.
The following.
First, keep your nose clean at all times. Don't go for the quick route.
Quick
Yeah.
route. Yeah.
One step, one foot in front of the other. It's a lot better to get $1 every day for the rest of your life than to get $1,000 in one time.
And then it is not gonna come back. Yeah.
Right. So
That's
Another-
true. I didn't know that.
indeed. So it's been done before, and a lot of those families, they still here, and they have probably stories. Maybe I need to do a series in which I talk to some of them,
Yeah, some
so
of
that
them,
they can
yeah.
share some of that knowledge with you guys, because these guys had to create a community. Because remember, these guys, they were also not all in the same place.
They're spread out.
Yeah, they spread out into different locations, and what they used to do is sometimes in the summer they'll pick a time in which all of them would either go to one person's spot or whatever, and they all would get together and share some of the knowledge that they had.
They had,
right.
yeah.
I got to benefit from some of those stories from some of the ones that actually lived it. And in all honesty, I think that I need to interview probably some of them to get some of those stories, because they're very beautiful stories. These guys were building community. And then on the generation that afterwards comes in as a generation of refugees, then we start to have those who actually already coming in with the sense of, okay, oh gracious, man, we too scattered around. Let's try to create some sort of associations of groups or things. And so what happened was, remember that the refugees were coming from the result of different parties. So associations at that point, they were being created based on parties.
Yeah, and those people, they probably have pieces to the puzzles that we're trying to put
indeed.
together nowadays.
Indeed.
Yeah, the blueprint. Yeah,
indeed.
true.
And there's a lot of knowledge that to be gained. And then my generation comes in, because my generation at that point comes in, and it's like, okay, now we need to create actually that one Angola that speaks as a whole. I don't care what part of Angola you're from. I'm proud that you're proud of the part of Angola that you're from, because I'm proud of the part of Angola that I'm from. I'm proud that you are Bakongo. I'm proud of being a Ovibundu, a Kimbundu. I'm proud of you being a Gangela or a Chokwe or a Kwanyama. It doesn't matter. I'm proud of you being, and you represent what you represent. Because at that point now, we need to unify a country. We need to show a union to confront and be able to win what we consider the struggles of the diaspora.
Yeah, as one.
Yeah. And once we started to do that, then the generation of yours started to also come in.
It's gonna change and add to this new soup we're tryna put together.
Indeed. and that's necessary, because that also brings good innovation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we gotta keep this dialogue going. But you know what? Let's go into the things that really matter, man. What do you guys got going on? As an artist, let's go ahead and start with you. Artist, songwriter, what you got going on?
I would say I released another project.
Okay.
This time I put together a double EP. So each side has 5 songs, and the title, the main title is Sabão Está Caro, which translated into English would be Soap is Expensive.
Okay.
And there's a whole story behind that
Yeah,
title.
go ahead and give us the story, because that's what we're here for.
Basically, so, and this goes along with a lot of the topics we're touching right now. So soap, it's considered a cleaning detergent, for instance, right? So I look at the things that will clean our image and reputation as soap. For instance, integrity, right? Humility, hard work, sacrifice and whatnot. Those things, to me, they're soap.
Right.
And in life, especially nowadays in this society that we live, those things are very expensive or very hard to get. To be able to work hard, you have to first have a purpose and a work. And that is expensive nowadays. We have so many distractions, and we have way easier routes to get to the finish line. However, the hardest route is the one that teaches the most. So having that mentality is expensive right now. When I say expensive, of course it's reachable and doable, but it requires a will that not everybody has. So therefore the title Soap is Expensive.
Gotcha.
But I gave 2 energies in that project. So part A, or part 1 in this case, it was body. I channeled frequencies sonic frequencies that will get you hype in the morning.
There you go.
I played with the rap beats. It's mainly rap.
Yeah.
What we call trap nowadays.
Okay.
Yeah, I am playing with the heavy 808s and just some samples. It'll get you in the morning.
Yeah.
If you don't drink your coffee and you listen to this EP in the morning, it's
Right.
pretty much the same.
So
the same effect.
you're exploring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really studying this frequency.
Got you.
And I hope I found it because it gave me that feeling. So
There you go.
and part 2 is soul. I touched on the melodies. I had this one song I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
I had remade one of the classics that we heard from Angola. The guy is not from there, but that song was a classic, SPOTLiGHT.
Okay.
And while I was doing the business side of it, I was like, yo, Kota Gil would see this and be like, yeah, I'm proud of you for that. Because, I had to deal with royalties and finding out who wrote it and whatnot. And if you know Mr. Gil here, go to his Wikipedia. You'll see what I'm talking about. The guy knows what is behind the curtains. So I was like, this one has to go through.
Yes, sir.
So so that was part 2. It's soul.
You gotta get the money right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Making sure the proper people get their credits and whatnot. So I have 10 new songs out. I have videos coming up. I have a clothing line coming up.
Okay. What's
Yeah.
the name of the clothing line? Can you announce it?
Yeah,
already?
of course.
Let's talk
It's
about
called Vagalume. It's only for females, and there's no charge for those. So females will
go.
be selected to be wearing those.
it. Okay.
Yes,
Cool.
sir.
Wow.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So to be brand ambassadors.
Yeah,
Or to just
no, it's just so basically those will be hoodies.
okay.
And those hoodies, they're just a form of a hug. So I am deciding to do something special.
Right.
Since we can live without them, we might as well embrace them.
Hey,
the
everything
code is
starts with her.
coming.
Yeah.
Everything starts with her.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes,
She's
sir.
the caring body that gives life to life.
There's
Yes, sir.
no prince without a queen. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
we have to keep them warm. The code's coming.
Yes, sir. So the clothing line has that concept. It's just to help bring awareness and not only just giving hugs to, especially the females that are supporting my career and my work.
There you go.
Yeah, those are the main ones that will be benefiting from it. I
Are
have
there
music
any
videos coming
names that you would like to announce?
for the females.
Yeah.
Mainly, I'll be very honest. Mainly is my mother and my sister,
There you go. Give
Yes.
the names.
Carla Cassute and Anna Cassute.
There you go.
Those are the inspiration behind that because they show me a perspective in life coming from the female side that now I can have a much broad understanding of. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes, sir. So that's the clothing line.
Yeah.
I got 10 songs out, and it's pretty easy to listen to the songs. If you don't know which platform you listen to music, just go to Google, type Dannax The Prinz, and from there you have the ways that you can listen and watch the work.
Boom. And there
Yes,
you
sir.
have
Wow.
Yes, sir.
it. Yeah. And what about you, Orlando?
I've been moving, Mr. Gil. Me
Yeah.
and Danna's actually we've been moving together for a while now. As far as businesses,
Right.
a part of his music side, we just opened a business together called Only One Association.
Okay.
It's a transportation automotive business.
Okay.
So this is our business card actually,
Okay. No, good.
right here.
Cool. Yeah.
That one is specifically for a valet company.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is one of the affiliations to Only One Association. So
Gotcha.
we'll be doing a lot of things within that company,
Okay.
but focusing on transportation automotive
Cool.
because this is a field we are pretty familiar
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
You know?
So you already, this is already registered, good to go.
Yes,
Yeah.
this
Yes.
is already
Legit.
rolling. We
It's
already
it happened already.
we're already
Yeah.
operating.
You done the
Yeah.
groundwork on
Yes,
this.
sir.
So
Yes, sir.
we're legit here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
that's
sir.
actually good. Though now that we know what the business
Exactly.
is, we
Yes.
need to make sure and add you to the website as a resource so that way people also know.
Thank you for that.
This association is most definitely working towards what Orlando just said, and
Yeah.
not only we serve as the link of whatever other service Angolans and not only would need here in the diaspora, specifically in Houston. Let's say
There you go.
the person from that you had to pick up from the airport, they say they want to eat their good food from
Yeah.
back home.
Yeah.
We have the people that do
People
that,
that
take
will
care
do
of
that.
everything. The
So
community.
you can even go pick up and deliver.
Boom,
That's
the
what I'm
community
talking
is
about.
growing. Yeah, the enterprise is growing. The new society is rising. I would say this.
Indeed. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes,
All
sir.
in one association.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I
Yes, sir.
had to put my
Yeah, there's
glasses on.
the email of the enterprise in the back.
People now know it's serious because I got my glasses on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's
Yeah.
what we got going. That's what we have going on business wise.
Yeah.
We do have also
Yeah.
the music ventures. It's a whole lot of things that with time
Yeah.
people will see them coming to fruition.
Indeed.
Yes, sir.
But one step at a time, though.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Doing it right.
Yes, sir.
That's all that matters, man.
sir.
Making sure that those coins count. Listen, fellas, I'm very, very, very proud of you, and I'm excited that you guys are definitely doing one thing to get yourselves. You guys are strapping up.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, strapping up, getting
And
ready to get this
thank
thing
God
going.
thank God we have references like you
Oh,
that will always keep us on
appreciate
track.
that, man.
Because
I humbly
last year
appreciate
we
that.
weren't here. This year we're here. I love this.
Yes, sir.
I love this.
Yes, sir. And we got and that's what we're supposed to do, man. Just inspire each other, because hopefully this is also inspiring someone
is.
else who
Exactly.
may have another idea,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
And this is all about inspiring our own heritage, our own culture, and making sure that we united created some sort of a front to be sure that we can uplift ourselves. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, if one of us is doing well, all of us should be doing
Should be
okay.
yeah, yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. And to
Pleasure
all of
of
our
ours.
yeah,
Thank you
and
so
to all of
much.
our listeners, in case you have been listening, there's only one thing that I want you to leave with. And you don't have to answer it right now. And it's the following. If we don't do it for ourselves, who will? Till next time, peace.